Yeah.
Scream
Never
in.
seen it.
Scream
Never
in.
seen it.
Don't try to rush us into a topic. Oh, come on, Mo, you do it.
You said me. Who do it?
Anybody else. I can't do it because I can't talk about this for the same reason I couldn't talk about it when I first found out about it. Because it's like anything I have to say about this is going to sound away because of me.
Yeah.
I understand.
And I don't want the blogs, you know? But how do we do this here?
Well, take it away.
You sure? Yeah, I don't know. That's why I tried to do the.
No, listen.
You should not
Let me
push
do
your
it.
hands
Come on, Wednesday night, they leaked the clip of Vado seemingly putting his hands.
Stop right there. They did not leak a clip. What is this on?
I said released.
Yeah, it comes out on Thursday. It was,
So, no. Let's call a spade here. WeTV capitalized on something that appeared to be a domestic dispute physically, and used that clip on purpose to promote their show.
Now
Now you can continue.
Well, no, let's stop right there and let me ask the room. Where do y'all stand on that? Reality TV shows using something that you did while their cameras were recording.
They do that all the time.
For promotional purposes.
They do it all the time.
I don't.
Once you sign that contract, whatever content they record and they film, they can
If
put
you
out.
do it in front of their cameras,
They can put it out.
best believe they have the editors that know exactly how to edit this the way we like it. Mm-hmm. So I didn't like it. I'll be honest. I didn't like that Wednesday.
I don't hold
I didn't
them
like
to
that.
a standard that they would be above this.
Well,
I'm saying let's call it what it is.
Well, no, that's exactly what it is. Wednesday.
Keep playing the other clip, Alex.
Hey, it's so much of that they leaked, they edited and leaked their finale, the end. They leaked the last scene of the episode. See, that part is not normally done. If you've never been in reality TV world, we'll give you a little clip of the end, but we're going to make you watch it. We're not going to show you our end. They showed the ending Wednesday night to drive traffic for their Thursday release that would be competing against the NBA. Now, they do release a clip every week.
Of course.
Sure.
But this one was a little more spicy, and it was because they showed Vado getting up and putting his hands on Tahiry. Room full of men. All of the men got dragged for not getting up and doing something. Dr. Ish is the first person that released this clip, and his tweet was, "This is not okay, y'all. Never, ever. I couldn't believe it happened. Everybody froze. We're going to do everything we can to make it right at the Real Tahiry Hip Hop Boot Camp hashtag and so on and so forth." Now, also about these shows, with me anyway, or in the one that I did, security was present 24/7.
I was gonna say
we saw security in the previous episode when the two gentlemen were fighting.
And from what I've understood,
they were
with
very
reality
late.
shows,
They were very late.
Which say let security do it.
Which says to me that security is not talent stand on scene security. Wherever that security was, they had to run and get there. Right. I'm talking
Didn't
about
they just have a fight on the show in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about. That fight went on. That fight happened before security.
No, that was
there.
almost making the band shit when they was fighting for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
They was scrapping on making the band.
So now there was no security here. For me, that's important to note because I'd like to know how secure and safe the production team is keeping the talent. I know that y'all have us here as talent to give y'all a show, but our safety has to be important. And for a lot of these companies, we're just like an insurance liability or a write-off. Like, we're not covered.
Right.
We're not covered by their insurance. They don't really give a fuck if you get stabbed on the scene. Now, they're encouraged to have people there to stop that. Right. But we not on the hook if if something happens to you here. But cool. So they showed that clip, and Vado got killed, as he should have, because we're all clear. And I'm confused every time these topics come up and we do a podcast. So y'all say, "Oh, I can't wait to hear y'all talk about that." Fam, my stance on domestic violence don't change.
Yeah.
It don't change with the people involved. It don't change from situation to situation. I am against men putting their hands on women, period. I am also against women putting their hands on men, period. Those two are not related. Don't think that is one is my response to the other. It's not justification. It's not rationalizing. I don't think it's okay. As a man, I'm aware that some men need to go and learn that. Everyone's breaking point is different.
Right.
Everybody don't really know themselves all the way. And you can find yourself in a position where you don't know that the best thing for you to do is walk away here.
Right.
Yeah.
The best thing for you to do is call the cops. Beat her to it. The best thing, like, you can't do what Vado did. Let me make that perfectly clear.
Right.
But I watched the episode.
Yeah, me too.
I watched it. You got me. I've been waiting on this. They've been showing this clip since episode 1.
Well, that's to Rory's point. That's why they put the clip out. They knew that people would tune in and watch this.
And I'm sure, did they put out a statement after, like, we want to bring awareness, here's a number if you're going through this? Did they do the cleanup?
They released the domestic
did
violence number in between the commercials for sure.
Right.
But again, man, Vado is my man. He's I was disappointed to see that. And like Joe said, men, you can't ever respond with anything physical when it comes to women. I don't care what it is. You know what I'm saying? If she hits you or we can't do it. That's just the way it is. That's the way it's going to be. If you feel like your well-being is in danger, remove yourself from the situation. Call the police if you have to. But you can't respond with ever putting your hands on a woman. That's unacceptable on every level. You cannot do it. That's just the bottom line.
So Dr. Ish put that clip out. Tahiry replied she said, "First, let me say that I'm devastated that this will be shown for the world to see. But I fully understand that I've chosen to live my life, the good, bad, and ugly, in front of the camera." Pardon me. Let me be clear for all the people that are saying that it was scripted. It is not. As a woman that has already suffered physical abuse at the hands of a man, why would I ever want to relive that? There is no check big enough for me to ever play like that. I appreciate the love and support that I've been receiving since this clip was released online. I ask for a moment of privacy as I figure out the best way to address this publicly in full detail. That was her reply. Vado replied to this the wrong way.
What was his
on
reply?
Wednesday, anyway.
Something about editing.
On Wednesday, it was, I didn't even hit her. Yes, Vado, you didn't, but we're discussing putting your hands on a woman. That's bad. And I think somebody might have got to him because the next day, he did admit that this was sucker shit. And I thought it was sucker shit. I know Vado, but shit, you got to call a spade a spade. That was sucker shit. I would tell him if I saw him. Well, I was happy to see him say it. Nobody's a victim. We both were wrong doing. We both were wrong doing me. We both were wrong doing me more because I'm a man that tried to take the better route, but couldn't once it was no apology and continuous of disrespect. I lost it and went out like a straight sucker. I apologize to all women once again, but ladies, please keep your hands to yourselves. See, for me, he needs to split that up. You need to recognize the wrongdoing, acknowledge it, say you apologize to all women who felt some way watching that, because it was triggering.
Yeah.
It was triggering watching it. If you've ever been in an abusive relationship, it's triggering. For me, it was triggering because I know both of these people, and Tahiry is somebody I have love for. So, and I'm familiar with her history. So when she says, I have been attacked by men before, that is a true statement. I'm almost surprised she didn't attack him. Like, Tahiry will fight a guy, unfortunately. Like, that's a tough exterior that a lot of women, unfortunately, have to have. There have been instances where Tahiry has had to mix it up with a man. So you're watching this, and you're looking at her reaction, and it's like, as somebody that loves her, it's like, damn, it's almost like I don't feel like fighting a man right now. Like, I've been in this situation. I know where this could go. I don't feel like doing this right now. Also, it looked like when this happened, she probably had sobered up a bit from when she tossed those apples. Because that looked like a lot of wine and a real bad decision. I don't encourage any woman to be physical with men, or period, with anybody, or throw things at men. Especially when, for me, I just call a spade. Like, it looked like the performance went a little off cue. Because I still don't think that these two are in a relationship. So for me, when I saw Vado do that, it's like, wait, how do you get here with somebody that I don't even think you in a real relationship with? Even if y'all slept together before, I don't think. See, I didn't want to come clean with that because that sounds like hate if you used to talk to somebody. See?
Why is that hate?
I don't think it's hate.
It sounds like hate.
Some people may take it as hate.
I don't
I
think
didn't
they.
view that as
I don't think they in a real. That sounds hatish
But,
from an ex.
only thing is, I feel like a lot of
I
people
don't.
feel like that though. So that's why I don't feel like
There's
that.
a couple of
taking
relationships
hate.
on that show that don't seem like real relationships.
It's
For
true.
what it's worth.
Yeah.
I mean, but
On
and
any
the
reality
game,
Well, that's
TV
true,
couple
yeah.
and the
show,
game is the game.
Yeah.
Listen, watching that for me,
it's like the same cycle of people date each other for 8 years.
Yeah.
Just so the show can keep going.
Right.
yeah, it just seemed like they was trying to give the camera something, and it went wrong. Like, she announced she was throwing those apples. She didn't just do it. She said, I'm doing it. This wasn't on the little card, and I'm throwing them. Again, that does not excuse Vado's actions, please, 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 please. But what was on display is full-fledged toxic.
Yeah.
Just full-fledged toxic.
Yeah.
It's really all I have there. I hope that Tahiry is well. I hope that she is all right.
Of course.
And I hope Vado never does that again. I hope he gets help if he needs it. Either get help or remove yourself from any situation that's going to make you respond and behave like that. And as men, you know what? This might be taboo here. All of us have been with that touchy girl or the girl that's
Absolutely.
a little too violent.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Or the girl that if you
Definitely
play
have.
too much, you mad, you throwing shit, you scratching me, you like niggas have been in that type of relationship before.
Yeah.
And have had to have the conversation of, again, we're off of Vado now. I know y'all like to take clips and make it sound like Joe is doing some man shit. We're off of that. And niggas have had to have conversations like, listen, please don't do that. Instinctually, my body responds to that this way, and I would never want to hurt you.
Right.
This is not the way to handle me. Right? Or some variation of it, no?
Yeah. No.
I'm following. You cooking. That's why I'm chilling.
No, I've been there. It's a scary situation.
Yeah, but you know when you do that is when you got a relationship with somebody. These two niggas ain't in no fucking relationship. I don't think they've ever had a conversation about boundaries, what to do and what to not and what not to do. Listen, this is me. This is
Even
me.
people in relationships don't have those conversations.
True.
This is
No, you find out your boundaries
Shit off
when
now.
it happens.
Right.
Like, you don't even know your trigger points till you're put in that situation and looking at your own self like, holy fuck, how did I react that way? I didn't even know that's what made me do that. And I'm not saying anything physically hurting a woman, but just anything triggering, whether it's verbally, whether it is throwing shit, whether it is breaking shit. Like, you don't even know
Punching
the little
wall,
things.
Whatever.
Yeah, and then you have to have those conversations after with your partner once everything is destroyed and the dust is settled. And it's like, oh, maybe we should have talked about this. But even talking about it, you don't even know yourself with a lot of those things, especially in early relationships.
Yeah.
Like in your 20s, when you're first learning yourself and now I have to learn a partner and how I'm going to deal with a partner.
Yeah, and don't let there be
It's a
substances
fucking, it's
involved.
the worst
Don't
chemistry you could think of.
Don't let there be drugs or alcohol involved in excess.
It'll be there.
there will be.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll be there. And it'll come at a time that you were not expecting it.
Also, the part that, and again, I'm off of Vado and Tahiry now, and I've broadened this conversation. Please don't intermingle the two. And again, a lot of the people talking about this will never actually experience being emasculated on national television. Because there's something to that.
Yeah.
Especially depending on how y'all got to television. Because I'm going to be the first to say, listen, this last season of Love and Hip Hop, whenever me and Sin came back, I may have said it here a million times before, I didn't want to do that shit. I didn't want to do it. I didn't think she should do it. Didn't think we should do it, but fine, come on. Let's go ahead and do it. We going through some things at home. I ain't the happiest. Shit is fucked up, but cool. Let's go do it. The first scene we shot after that podcast episode was her screaming, "You ain't fucking me." Excuse me? Is ha 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 funny, funny, funny. But what just happened is you're emasculating a man on television.
Well, there's a such thing as verbal abuse and physical abuse, but it's abuse, period. You know what I'm saying? So that, again, when you say people with their words.
I know, but these are the chain of events that can lead to something. And on this marriage boot camp, they address that a lot. The Hazel's guy, Davon, he don't talk about his problems, but when he erupts, and normally it gets physical. He snatched Hazel's phone. He fought Willie. Like, they're addressing that there. Vado, the quietest nigga on the show. And she threw those apples in the scene right before that. But now, what the people don't know is, hey, right, that scene is planned for us to walk to this living room and get something and talk about how we feel and all that shit. So Vado is sitting there with that. So Tahiry is, the therapist come in, and now you understand everything. Yo, my communication, it was crazy. It was... So to Vado, what it appeared to be, because I haven't spoken to anybody, to Vado it looked like, oh, so you were aware. You're aware that was just some foul shit. That wasn't you lashing out. That's you being in the know. And he responded incorrectly on television. It was bad, man. It was bad.
Well, I think anyone going into a reality show, and this isn't Vado or Tahiry specific, or to your situation with Sin, you have to know that your pain, dysfunction is put on that screen for people to laugh at. That's the goal. The goal is to take everything wrong in your life and for people to laugh. No one has admired people like, wow, this is such an icon from a reality TV show. I think people have done great things from reality TV.
I was the last.
But it's not set up for us to admire you. It's set up for our amusement when we come home and don't want to watch anything that makes our brain move. Like, let's just laugh at other people's bullshit and ignore ours.
Right.
Like, that's what reality TV is for.
Anytime I ever did a reality TV show, I did it to get help with something.
Which is noble. But I think you're probably in the 1% there.
I agree, but I'm saying I didn't know. I didn't know that that's what it was, what you saying.
You should know that, Joe.
You would never know it until you go through something.
I agree there, but...
Well, you can never know the extent of it until you go through it.
Of course. I'll never disagree there. Yes, you were savvy on YouTube before it was a thing. You saw comments. You're just more of a thick-skinned person and don't take things personally or care about people's opinions. But you should have known how smart you are and how savvy you are with the internet, which then became a lot of reality TV, is off of YouTube shit.
Roy, do you want to be honest with you?
You should know that people are going to laugh at your pain.
I don't care about people.
I know you don't care.
At my pain, but it's like, as a Virgo dude, I just felt like I was in control of enough. My first season doing Love and Hip Hop. So okay, first season on Love and Hip Hop. I don't speak to Tahiry at all. We don't speak at all. So I mean, we ain't spoken years. What could you do right there? Me and whoever I'm dating, you're not going to be on this show. And she wasn't. They had to coax her during the season to get on the show. I had some friends and relationships with people on the show. So I felt like going in, I was in enough control to cruise. Not at all when you're dealing with, and that's when you learn about how reality TV is. My first lunch with Tahiry at Sabor, the table is thrown upside down in my face. We haven't talked for years. I would never guess that. But when the cameras are here,
hindsight is always 20/20, Joe, and I'm not condemning you for that. But you do realize that if you haven't spoken to somebody for a really long time, there's probably a reason. And to then force a situation to talk to that person on national television for the first time is not going to end well.
See, that's where my brain is different, and I'm wrong in that, because anybody that I ain't spoke to in years, I think we could talk tomorrow. Nigga, we should be settled in our not talking this.
That's not my point. My point is to do the
you
first
see the
one
Yankee
on
game
national,
last night?
on
Whoa,
national television.
look at Judge.
Yeah, but
Hit it out of there.
But you think everyone's
Why
gonna have
we
those
can't
same
do that?
thoughts? No,
Nah.
and I'm not saying,
that's when I learned that. And that's when I learned that.
Yeah,
That's when I learned
someone
that.
could be hurt and feel differently.
But you know why, Joe? At the end of the day, it's reality television. It has to be entertaining. It has to be a fight. It has to be drama. So you got to know that drama is coming. Some people are habitual reality TV people. Like, they're on every show they can possibly try to be on, whether it's causing disruption or they're really trying to get help. They just want to be on television. So they're going to do whatever they can do to put themselves on television, become the most talked about.
It's great money. Let me kill that misconception. I understand why people are faking relationships to get on these shows. Mm-hmm. It's the greatest bag you can get for 10 days of work.
Right.
Not bad.
It's 10 days. bust this down the middle, and we both still gonna be satisfied. So I get it, but just when you doing shit with people that you don't really like, there's a lot of people on the show that look like they faking.
Yeah.
It's reality television.
It's fake.
But to get off this, but to use this show, that fight that happened, and let's just use this to get to this topic. The fight that happened on that show between the two gentlemen,
Willie and Homeboy,
felt like it was provoked from whatever shorty's name is, that was provoking her man to fight.
Yeah.
That is a really horrible and toxic trait that not all women have. Would never generalize. But the woman that instigates her man to fight in a situation that he don't even want to fight in is one of the more toxic traits I think have happened. I've been in that relationship too, where all of a sudden I'm in a fight with a dude that I don't even know you,
right,
or have an issue with you, and you didn't do anything to my girl.
Yeah,
the internet got to shut the fuck up sometimes. Listen, it ain't the as a man, as a bystander, as a male bystander, it's not the easiest thing to just jump in a domestic dispute. Not only is it not the easiest thing, it's also one of the quickest ways to get your head blown off. Shit, just 2 weeks ago in either Brooklyn or the Bronx, there was an accident, a car accident, and an argument between an elderly man, and another man. And a fight broke out, and the elderly man was laying on the ground, and his son, we find out, ran over to check on him, and somebody ran up behind him and shot him in the head. Because he was going to check on his dad.
Jesus.
But when you jump in infractions, it has the potential for that. If you look at the news, plenty of situations where bystanders jumped in to save some shit and died. So I'm not vilifying all of the men that sat there. I know that that's an instantaneous type of thing. It happens really quick. The doctor got there fast. Just how I was brought up, I can't let that happen around me. What's going to happen is going to happen.
Oh, wait.
You're not going to do that, and I'm sitting here. Again, I hope Tahiry is well. Oh, Vado's all right.
If you young and your girl is crazy, don't ever let her see you win a fight against a dude.
Let her see you win one? Mm-hmm. So then she thinks that you're going to just beat up everybody?
She's going to use that. Yeah. My man will knock your head off. No, your man does not want to fight that guy. So stop using that.
Yeah, don't just put me up there.
One, I'm not in the mood
for a bout.
Fighting is not fun.
Yeah. And he might have been cool.
And I might lose.
It always ends up that way.
Right.
Cool guy.
Yeah, he's actually saying nothing.
Now, women will provoke you to get in a fight that you did not want to get into.
What took you
What's
so
this?
long? Why you won't let me come in? You let me come in. Cause look, I need you to do me a favor. I ain't got no money on me. I ain't bring no money over here, man. Look, I need you to jump on my baby daddy for me. What you mean jump on him? He threatening me and stuff. What he gonna do to me? Do to who? Me.
She's trying to get him to beat up her baby daddy.
What, he about to put his hands on you? He about to come and kick the door in and
all
all that. He ain't about to do all that. For one, he ain't got no business talking to you like that any kind of way. It should be about
hilarious.
real disrespectful. Man, he been calling my phone all day long. It should be about the kids, not nothing about y'all. Well, y'all ain't messing around. It ain't about the kids. So y'all ain't messing around, is y'all? A couple weeks ago, but that was it. They don't mean nothing. See, I ain't trying to get involved with all that. You still messing around with them. Man, that was just one time a couple weeks ago, and it was a slip up. That was it. I feel. He even put his hands on you. He got to put his hands on you. He on his way over here. But he about to come over here now. He talking about, yeah,
I'm
he gonna
leaving
come over here.
Look.
He done hit you before? He done hit me before. He done broke my arm before, too.
Wait.
Damn, why you don't call the police? You need to call the police on him. I can't call the police on him. Why not? You can't. I call. His child support. I need him out here. Look, I tell you what. If he put his hands on you like, you need to call the police on and get his ass locked up. I can't get him locked up. I need that child support money. You need to get him locked up, and I'll pay the child support for him. So you gonna pay?
You find it anyway.
We need him in prison. Cause I can't move in. We can't move in together. You come over and knock on the door. I ain't even to fight. So you gonna pay my child support? I pay. Yeah, I'll pay it. I ain't even to fight though. Like, I spent some money on it, but I ain't finna fight. So you think I need to call? I'm gonna call him on over here then. That's how we need to do it. When I leave, you can. No, why you here?
When I leave, you can.
You ain't about to leave. I got to go. I'm trying to mow my grass. I got to go mow my grass.
I got to mow my grass.
I got mad shit
No,
to do.
the police gonna take both of us to jail.
They ain't gonna take you.
I can't go to jail.
I just thought that it was appropriate for y'all talking
No,
about
this is-
I ain't for the fight. I ain't about to
This
fight.
is exactly what I'm
What you
talking
mean?
about.
I'm going to tell you. Your sex alright, but it ain't worth no butt whoop. It ain't worth that much now. It ain't
I
worth
ain't
that.
about to get
Hey,
paid.
this sex alright now.
Yeah.
But if he put his hands on you, he don't want to talk to me. He don't want to fight.
He don't want to talk to me.
He don't want to tangle. And I ain't gonna fight. I ain't gonna fight the dude, man. It ain't worth it.
You were doing all that talking and stuff, now you scared.
You call me scared. I ain't scared. I'm smart. I'm smart. I
That's
don't
being smart, that's being scared.
You know how many folks at the hospital? How long it gonna take me to see the doctor?
You love me though.
I love you. But I don't love you.
I
enough
love you.
to don't take a butt whoop. I don't love you that much. I ain't got time to go to the hospital. It's gonna take forever to get out
So
of
what we
there.
gonna do?
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bag up and leave, and you call me when you're
You
Back up and
We
leave.
ain't no team. We ain't even no team. You and your kids a team. I ain't
Wait,
even
look,
know
look,
y'all.
look,
You
wait,
and the kids.
look, look.
I come over here and make love to you. That's it.
Wait, I know this is long, but listen.
No, it's
I ain't got time for that
So what we
extra stuff.
supposed to do then? Then my kids know they scared and
They
upset.
better help you fight. They all want to hit me upside my head with bags and stuff. Tell them pick the bat up. Tell them pick the bat up.
They ain't
Hit
gonna
that
hit
bed
that
with. They all want to
They
jump
better
on
help you
me.
fight.
Well, y'all, you know what? I believe all y'all can take him. He can't beat all y'all.
I know what you do.
This is fake, right?
I don't know.
That's
I
definitely
don't
fake.
know.
It's definitely fake.
Hey, he can't beat all y'all.
That's some funny
Dude,
shit.
do the jokes. That's an underrated bar there.
What?
I'm not scared.
I'm smart.
I'm smart.
yeah,
Word.
I'm smart. The hospitals are
Scared
busy.
is scared is the furthest thing I am in this situation. I just think this isn't a good idea.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely not. Not when you're still sleeping with them, though.
Not at all.
I never did. I never fought a dude over a chick.
You should.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that we both. was
Unless, I
sleeping
mean,
with.
now if this is your girl and some dude put his hands on her, that's different.
Obviously.
But if it's just somebody she's seeing on the side and you know, what I mean, it's like you gotta be like, oh, nah, I can't get in that.
Bottom line, I hope Tahiry is all right. We all hope that Tahiry is all right. We hope that Vado
Absolutely.
never does anything like that again.
Yeah.
For sure.
And that's on period.
That's it.